Hello to all of our ministry partners, our followers, our listeners, as well as those of you who might be watching for the very first time. I'm Pastor Paul L. Anderson of the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship. It is here that we believe God's blessings never stop flowing. On this terrific Tuesday, it's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be in the world in which we live. There are so many changing news events in this week, and I hope you will pay attention to all that's going on, and I hope this text will help you as you do so. Look with me into the book of Exodus, the 13th chapter, verses 13 through 27. It's a powerful time in which we look at all of religious life for all different groups, especially our Jewish brothers and sisters. Notice what God says to them through and by the words of Moses. The next day, Moses took his seat to hear the people's disputes against each other. They waited before him morning till evening. When Moses' father-in-law saw all that Moses was doing for the people, he asked, "What are you really accomplishing here? Why are you trying to do all of this alone while everyone stands around you from morning until evening?" Moses replied, "Because the people come to me to get a ruling from God. When a dispute arises, they come to me, and I am the one who settles the case between the quarreling parties. I inform the people of God's decrees, and I give them his instructions." "This is not good," Moses' father-in-law exclaimed. "You're going to wear yourself out, and the people too. The job is too heavy a burden for you to handle all by yourself. Now listen to me, and let me give you a word of advice, and may God be with you. You should continue to be the people's representative before God, bringing their disputes to him. Teach them God's decrees and give them his instructions. Show them how to conduct their lives, but select from all the people some capable, honest men who fear God and hate bribes. Appoint them as leaders over groups of 1,150 and 10. They should always be available to solve the people's common disputes, but have them bring the major cases to you. Let the leaders decide the smaller matters themselves. They will help you carry the load, making the task easier for you. If you follow this advice, and if God commands you to do so, then you will be able to endure the pressures, and all these people will go home in peace." Moses listened to his father-in-law's advice and followed his suggestions. He chose capable men from all over Israel and appointed them as leaders over the people. He put them in charge of groups of 1,000, of 50, and of 110. These men were available to solve the people's common disputes. They bring their major cases to Moses, but they took care of the smaller matters themselves. Soon after this, Moses said goodbye to his father-in-law, who returned to his own land. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be unto God. For the next few moments, I want to talk about you can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. This text becomes one that is so important. Jethro feels and believes that what Moses is doing is a good thing, but he is not enlisting the assistance of capable people to help him out. Wouldn't it be wonderful in all of the world in which we live is that people had capable people carrying out matters. It is amazing how sometimes when people are in charge, there are certain people, it's almost like a revolving door. You never know who's in and who's out. But the text begins to help us to understand that Moses was wearing himself out and the people out. God speaks to Moses through and by his father-in-law. That lets us know that God speaks through other people as well. We live in a world today that some of us believe that we reign and we rule by divine right, and we're the only ones to be in charge, and we're the only ones should always be in charge. You know, whenever that happens, there's something wrong. Moses understands that his time and his life is limited, and Moses is trying to do all he can for God, but Moses forgets the most important part. God didn't ask you to do this by yourself, but he wanted you to have good, honest people close by you who will tell you the truth and who will know the truth when they hear it. All of us can learn from this. When we listen to people, we should ask ourselves the question, are they hearing this from God or are they making it up themselves? Moses learns how to settle the disputes because his father-in-law says, Moses, if you really want to be effective, divide the people into companies. That sounds like a judicial system. It sounds like a method in which you have lower courts, you have appellate courts, you have superior courts, you have supreme courts, whereby the larger matters are the more supreme matters that ought to be handled. I'm so happy that we have a supreme God who answers all of those issues. When you and I think about matters in life that need to be resolved, situations that we need to have a solution to, we should make sure that capable, honest people are handling those. Notice what he says in the text. He says, make sure, Moses, whoever you get, they're not people who will take bribes, people who cannot be bought out. Aren't you happy that Jesus paid the price at Calvary? And for that reason, nobody else can buy us because we were already bought by the blood of Christ at Calvary. This text becomes so prevalent in our day and our age today. I hope you and I will read this text and glean something from it, and hopefully it will inform us in our practical daily lives. I pray that this will be a great resource of help for you, not only today, but in the days to come. And may the Lord bless you real good, and we will see you on Wednesday. God bless you.
To sow a seed to the Fountain of Raleigh Fellowship, visit our newly redesigned website, thefountainofraleigh.org, and select Sow a Seed from the homepage. Also, giving has been made easier with the new Fountain of Raleigh app, available now in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Download today, select Giving from the main menu, and then follow the directions to complete your giving through Subsplash.
Thank you so very much for your prayerful support and all the things that we have done in ministry to help so many others. We thank you so very much for your generous support in times past, and we thank you for your present support and what you will do in the future. May God richly bless you, exceedingly and abundantly above all that you're able to ask, say, or think, according to his power at work in you. God bless you.